Your Honor, I'd like to proffer the next person then.
Okay, who's your proffer?
Your Honor, she would like to be identified as Diamond, D-I-A-M-O-N-D. I have a video of her, a news video if you want to see it, but in the sake of time, but we have that if you want to see it. She is, she was raised on Cleveland Avenue. She lost her child, her son, to gun violence. He was murdered.
Hustleinbudent 2.0, man, this young thug bond hearing, you know, to get him buying and stuff like that. I seen he had a kid up there, about 15-year-old too. I seen it earlier today. You know, speaking on his behalf, and a lot of people trying to speak on his behalf and gunner behalf to, you know, at least let him get bond and stuff like that. You know, I guess to keep working and keep, you know, they gonna get out of jail. But at the end of the day, which is, you know, you want to get out, and they got Kevin Liles on the stand. You don't know who Kevin Liles is. He's been a big record executive for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I want to say with Def Jam and Atlantic, you know, but let's see what's going on. I ain't gonna talk too much. I just want y'all to, you know, hear what's going on more than anything. I'm gonna say certain things because I have to, but it won't be long, y'all.
She heads a team.
I mean, it's human. It's out here, bro, for real. So excuse me, little sweat a little bit.
To stop gun violence. She's partnered with Travion Martin's mother, Breonna Taylor's mother, and unfortunately countless other persons known and unknown who've lost family members to violence. And Mr. Jeffrey Williams, she would testify, is instrumental with trying to stop gun violence and trying to get people not to think that this is a video game and shooting is
Jeffrey is thug name for people who don't know.
Okay, and that everybody needs to speak about their controversies and their disputes and put down the guns, and she wanted that to be known, and there is a video if you want to see it, but otherwise that is my proffer.
I'll accept your proffer. That's fine, sir.
Now, next is, he's a witness here, Mr. Kevin Liles, which is L-I-L-E-S, and he has known Mr. Williams since Mr. Williams has been,
That's thug lawyer too. He's one of the best lawyers in the game. Like, he a high profile lawyer and beat high profile cases. So he, you know, Thug and Gunner got some of the best lawyers in Atlanta and Lucci. So this dude right here, a bad man. This thug lawyer.
just an adult, and we'd like him to come and talk about the factors for bond. He is with the record label, Your Honor, and he has come here to give testimony on behalf of Mr. Williams, and he flew here from, he was out of state. He lives in New York, but I don't know where he flew here from.
All right, where's Mr. Liles?
He is right here, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Liles, good afternoon, sir. If you could please approach the witness stand. Once you get there, be so kind to turn and face Deputy Tall and be sworn as a witness. Before you sit down, hold on.
Boy, they got Kevin Liles up there. Boy, that label trying to get Thug back so bad. Boy, they got Kevin Liles on the testimony stand for Young Thug for a bond hearing. Man, hey, the label like, bro, we can't lose one of the biggest incomes that we got. The labels, they dirty, but you can see where they hard at too sometimes. Cause shit, when y'all artists is fighting the case and people appearing and, you know, willing to be associated with this case, it do say a lot.
State, spell your first and last name.
Kevin Liles, K-E-V-I-N-L-I-L-E-S. Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Steele?
I'll let you know. Can you do me a favor and give this honorable court, educate this honorable court on who you are, your background? The court may not be familiar.
Your Honor, I'm a 54-year-old father of four. I'm kind of emotional because how good this guy is. I have Morgan State University. I built a stadium in my old school. I have a street named after me. I have all kind of honorary doctorates. I employed probably 5,000 people. I was the president and CEO of Def Jam. I've been in this music called hip hop for 38 years. And for the life of me, I don't understand why I have to testify the good that hip hop has done around the world. I've also started a company with Jeffrey called Young Stone.
He said Young Stone Life for people in here, but Kevin Liles definitely been in the game for a long time. I ain't gonna get on Kevin Liles and what certain things he I don't want to say his reputation bad, but in the music industry that Kevin Liles. For his statue in the industry and what people think about him is just a guy that you really still have to be careful with when you're doing business and you dealing with these labels too. But this how you trying to put on like he just so much of a but it is what it is. I'm just talking about
Young Stoner Life. And I remember what he said to me. We're not just starting a company. We're going to change some lives. And that's what he's done. And he's definitely changed mine.
Mr. Liles, how long have you known Mr. Williams?
I was a fan for probably 12 years, but I personally got to know him over the last 10 years.
Okay. And have you signed, or your company signed Mr. Williams?
Yes, he signed to us. And I hate to say that he signed to us because it's my partner, but we have two deals. One deal is a deal for him as an artist, solo artist, and the other deal is for Young Stoner Life.
And I know this is personal, but financially,
Thug got two deals, and I wonder what them deals really is. So you got two deals with the same label. Everybody know Thug ain't hurt for money, but Thug on two deals.
there's been testimony that if this trial, and I'm not saying the court would allow it, but if it doesn't take place for a year, there'd be over $1 million in expenses just for
He might be crying to eat all the money he about to be losing, all the money Thug owed him. I don't know. Two deals, so you gotta understand. It's a long time. I think Thug ain't one as far as this money though, to be real.
24-hour security of police officers to ensure, off-duty police officers' second jobs to ensure Mr. Williams does not flee, does not get types of weapons, does not intimidate a witness, is not a danger to community or property in the community. Can he afford, from your personal knowledge and how much money he earns, can he afford that type of undertaking?
Jeffrey can afford it, and I can afford it, so it will be paid for.
And you are willing to back him as well?
I'm willing to back him personally and professionally.
Okay. Please explain, if you
Boy, I say personally and professionally. Woo!
can, and discuss fully
That's a lot.
how your life intersected with Mr. Williams' life.
My job is to seek out talented people. And I think God brought us together in a very weird way. But I think we were meant to be together. Jeffrey is not just an artist. He's an influencer. He is a person that I think was put here to change the people around him. And he's so talented. He's creative. He's innovative. And he's fearless. He's a risk taker. And those kind of people, I call them change agents. I'm not signing this art.
Sometimes when you on a high profile case like that and you on a violent case, the court wouldn't want to hear that a nigga talented and he can break dance and stuff when he's on a RICO conspiracy. They don't want to hear he talented. I'm just saying. If that's the last thing we want to hear, that he's talented, and so we're gonna give him a bond.
I'm raising a young man. He looks at me as a father figure. He's not, like I said, we can't limit it to just his lyrics or his music. He's a young man, and he will be a contributing citizen to this world, and that's what I invested. And I truly believe this whole thing that people are talking about, it's not him. The Jeffrey I know, the Jeffrey I know give me clothes off his back. The Jeffrey I know, I'm giving my kids, he give me his kids. That's the Jeffrey I know.
You mentioned lyrics. There's been a lot of argument by the prosecution about the lyrics in songs. Can you explain, if you have the insight, what is selling?
They building up, but his lawyer's smart because he's still building up a innocent looking guy. Even though it's a bond hearing, he's still building up the character of, you know, who is Young Thug really. You know, please believe it's gonna be brought up when they go to trial and stuff like that. Please believe is, you know, all these testimonies gonna go into play, and the jury gonna have to really make a decision who don't even know Young Thug. You see what I'm saying? Like who is gonna be, you know, they get some. I think I forgot how they picked the jury, but I know it's like fair pickings, you know, sometimes. But
In the rap industry dealing with the lyrics, and why are they being promoted, and why are people wanting it?
Your Honor, you've I'm not sure how old you are, but no
Older than you.
So, I've been fighting this battle for over 40 years. It's not new, and it's funny how we're the #1 music in the world now, and they want to bring this back up. Now, we don't argue about any other movies or other genres of music that talk about I ran them over in my truck, or I got drunk and I went and shot him. We don't bring those things to court. But
that's a fair assessment, and that's a fair. That's a fair. That's a great example he put out there. He did. That's a great example. You don't talk about nothing with country rock and roll, especially like metal rock and a whole, you know. So that's a fair. Even love songs, people say what they did, but they're saying hip hop is the #1 in music in the world now. That's even big. That's big. It ain't really about that. It's just about what y'all want to see, you know.
quote unquote our music, we've been on trial. And we constantly on trial about who we are, what we are, and why we're. And nobody gave us nothing. So we sit here on trial and we talk about lyrics. Lyrics, I don't understand the thing, but I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna keep fighting for it because I believe self-expression, and I believe we should protect black art. We should protect black art. And I'm on trial for lyrics. Come on, man.
With regards to Mr. Williams, and the court may not be familiar, where does he rank?
Kevin Liles just told the judge, "Come on, man, like a gangster." They doing a good job, but they not, to me. I mean, because probably other people up there, but Kevin Liles did a great job. I seen the 15-year-old kid who did it for Thug. They say the Thug was his mentor and stuff. He did pretty good, but he was just too extra. Like, all that street stuff gotta go through. You can't hustle a court or law. You gotta use law. You gotta have to use facts. You have to really prove a case and really show a personality or a character of a person. You have to show and prove that, not just say it. It's not the streets. You can't do that. I'm just saying. It's paperwork and cameras and paperwork and lights. Like, that's all that's in court. Paperwork and lights, bro.
Rank in, if there is such a ranking, in the music industry?
And I understand these are testimonies. Just for the comment, it's a test. Somebody leave a comment. It's a testimony. People get lyrical, and the comments sometimes. All right, hey, I know it's a testimony. I'm just speaking sometimes for the sake of the video. Come on, jabroni.
Judge, that's not relevant to anything.
Shows his employment status. It's part of the Ayala factors, and whether the record company is going to continue to back him.
I think you've already established that to the witness, that it needs to potentially be on alternative release.
You understand that Mr. Williams was charged in 2018 in DeKalb County with a offense involving, he was riding in a car with two other people, and there was a gun and a small amount of drugs in the car. Are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, and that case is still pending, believe it or not, but it went up to the appellate court. I don't know, are you familiar with all that?
Yes.
Everything was suppressed by the Honorable Superior Court Judge in another county, and then the state appeal got reversed, and it's pending. You're aware of that?
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Williams is actually on bond for that case.
Okay.
The allegation also entails the fact that when Mr. Williams was arrested at the home here in Atlanta, a search warrant was then executed at that home, and there were multiple firearms. One firearm was allegedly illegal. It turned into like a machine gun, and there was supposedly about 2 pounds of marijuana and some items in, looks like.
Just one more thing too, Doug. If you're a damn millionaire, Doug and Gunner, like, you see what Future did? Future was in that, little Mexico and Black Migos and, Kurtwood, all that, woo. Then he switched all that stuff, everything he switched over to his niggas. All that street stuff. Like, you making 100 bands, $200,000 a show, man. You picking up 34, you picking up money, bro. You picking up, you get shit, you getting the M's, you got M's and shit. Like, bro, like, why I keep doing this? What? It didn't Thug seem like a smart ass dude. Like, bro, what's the point, dog? What's the point, bro? What's the proof? Shit. Young gangsters become old gangsters and be washed up. If you're a gangster and you in the streets, you just want to play gangster. One day you're gonna be an old gangster. Nobody gonna give a damn and know you. 'Cause young gangsters around. It's always gonna be about the YGs, bro. Like, period. Just don't understand sometimes how they can just do that shit. Like, bro, you making too much bread, bro.
Like an energy drink, but it supposedly contains either Schedule 2, 3, or 4 drugs in it, codeine, supposedly. You familiar with that?
I read it.
Okay. Understanding all those facts, the DeKalb County case, current bond, and the search of the home, you're also aware that many other people were in that house at the time of the search warrant, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to ask you the following questions in addition to the fact that we are charging 2 counts in this current indictment. You're familiar with the RICO conspiracy and the gang
Yes.
count? Okay. On your oath, would you be willing to back with your own personal property and wealth, as well as your own company's personal property and wealth, the bond for Mr. Williams, if the Honorable Court wanted a high bond?
Judge, she's asked an answer. The witness actually has already stated that, and I agree.
Yeah, he already said he
I very clearly heard
he
that.
put up his own and his company's resources, so I'll stand the objection.
Would you be willing, okay, if it's the same question, I apologize, but I thought it's a different question. You have to understand that you would, if the court wanted to, you would lose that wealth if Mr. Williams violated condition of bond.
Hey, Doug got a good lawyer though, for real. That nigga he a good. If you hear how he talking, how he say stuff that you can't even really combat. Might be looking good for Thug on this case and stuff. I don't know, cause that nigga lawyer good as that nigga got to listen to what he's saying and how he's controlling everything. He controlled. I mean, for his turn to speak and stuff, but dope.
bond. I mean, it's not just going bond with Mr. Williams in custody, you're released. The court could have you signed as a co-signer on that bond, and you would actually have a lien against your wealth if Mr. Williams violated condition of bond. Are you still willing to do that?
Like a son to me, yes,
Okay. Without hesitation, now.
without hesitation.
All right. Do you believe that if granted bond on your oath, Mr. Williams would intimidate any witness,
Nah.
obstruct the administration of justice,
No,
be a danger to the community or property in the community,
not at all.
and a risk to commit a crime while out on bond?
No, not at all. He has too much respect for me and too much respect for the company that we're building and too many people that depend on him. It's not about Jeffrey. It's why it's about the family. It's about the community. You know, he understands. He's inspiring the world right now. There's a kid that he changes their life every day. I really believe that.
For the better?
For the better.
I have one last.
Look a good nigga, but I don't think like aspiring the world. Like, come on, bro. This nigga's don't have songs sound like Michael Jackson. Stop. That was too much.
Question for you.
And Hustleinbudent 2.0, man. I know a lot of people don't want to watch all of it. You know what I'm saying? It's on. You see right there, just putting your Kevin Liles testify for Young Thug. It's gonna pop right up in your little search engine. Boom, hit that joint. You sit there, get your popcorn, do everything that you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Feel like how you need to feel and all that. You feel me? You dig what I'm saying? This is just my reaction to it. This is what I want to bring to y'all. You know, what's going on. Even with my music and my career taking, you know, whatever I do in my career. Y'all know that, man. If I got music, I'm gonna put it out. And you know, that's why I need this channel up, bro. So we can go up, man. We can do big things, man. Even your dreams can come true, man. I'm out. See y'all.